Hello, welcome to Mindset Mastery. I'm your host, Ahmed Assaf, and today we have an amazing guest, Fauzan Mawanda from Uganda. How are you, Fauzan?
I'm doing well. I'm okay. Yes, no, this is a dream come true. Thank you for hosting me.
You're most
This
welcome.
yeah,
Today we'll be discussing an amazing topic, which is the laws. God's
exactly.
laws, some of them they say universe laws, because success is not a secret. It's by
Sure.
and it's by a certain way of doing the things and not doing things in a certain way. It's doing by law. So if you could tell us a little bit more, the
Yes.
laws and how the laws you applied in your life really changed your life. So if you could tell us more law by law, a description of the law, and then tell us how to apply it.
Great. Thank you so much. I want to give the description, like you say, this description of the laws. I might not go following the sequence, like in order, maybe from one, two, three. I'm going to be tackling each law in the order that I applied it to my life, and I found great results. So I want to start with the law of relativity, and this states that nothing is what it is until you relate it to something. You see,
Mhm.
so to be straight to the point, I looked at myself. When you look at myself and you ask, and you know, when you're in a good situation, you cannot know whether it's good unless when you've known there is something or another situation that's bad. So it
Yes.
has to be, there must be a bad situation for you to identify that there is also a good situation. So relativity is relating maybe situations like when you're a person and you want to maybe to elevate to the next step, you must know that where you are is not good or it is not enough. So you are relating. That's when you can know that there is something better. So that is relating. Everything is not what it is until you relate it to another.
Mhm.
And the most amazing way to apply, or I have applied this, is first of all, there is this authentic hadith where the Prophet, peace be upon him, Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught and said that look to those below you so you can be grateful. So
Mhm.
you cannot imagine that you're doing better than anybody
Mhm.
unless when you have seen someone in a worse situation than you are doing.
Amazing.
So yes, that's great.
And here it's
So
an opportunity to just compete with yourself and create with others, right?
that's exactly where I'm heading.
Oh,
Because looking at someone below you, you realize that you have opportunities, you have abilities, you have strength,
mm-hmm.
and know that those who are below you are not even having.
Oh,
You're There's a lot of opportunities around us, and others are not having. So it is always this referring to that authentic hadith that look to those who are below you so you can be grateful. You realize that you blessed with some of the uh, aspects which others are not having. And that's exactly when you move to the next step of whereby you are only allowed to look, you're not going to compete with others to look at those who are doing better than you, but look at you yourself doing better than you are doing.
mm-hmm.
That's the
Yeah.
most interesting aspect. It's the most interesting fact I've ever experienced in life. I looked at myself, I realized that how about me in a better version of me? So that is the person I chose to compete with.
Mm-hmm.
And those who are around me, because they have their own strength and weaknesses, which are not mine. So I'm not supposed to be competing them. I'm supposed to be working with them, and we can move together. So everybody brings the network of the people I've worked with. That has been the concept. How do I exchange what I have, and you also share with me what you have, so everybody gets what they do not have, and we compete with our own selves.
Amazing. So from
Yes,
this
that
law, relativity, what
yes,
would be the
relate.
second law that you have learned and applied in your life to
The
have a better
next step,
results?
then yes, the next step is the law of polarity.
Mm-hmm.
The law of polarity. And this one states that everything has an opposite. Everything has an opposite. If it's not hot, it's cold. If it's not high, there's low, dark, light, up and down, good and bad. So what you don't want, you are going to either be or not be. And the best way to be is to be what you don't want to be.
How is that?
I'm a bit sounding like a bit philosophical, but it is
Yeah, tell me.
just realize, like I've said, and it's so relatable. That's why I've loved it to be in. Once you realize that you're at a certain stage, but you can even work better. You can be better. You can live better. So that is, you don't want to be here. You want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
So being here is the opposite of being here. So that's the opposite.
Mm-hmm. So it's
I
your
think,
perspective, me.
pardon,
It's your perspective. So you have to look for and the focus of what do you really look for the
one,
bigger thing to make. It's not only wherever
yes.
you are. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
what can you, yeah. And like it's connected, you look around your resources, the people around you. So you are here, you move on the next step, you move to the next step. So that's the opposite.
Yeah.
And the third law, the law of vibration. It's actually in the sequence, it's the first law actually.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I put it in the third position, the law of vibration. And the law of vibration, I want to talk about this in a way like it's just that everything vibrates and nothing rests. But let us bring it to simple physics. There is when a body vibrates and causes another body to vibrate, having the same frequency. Just like when you have a cup and you put it on top of a car and you start the car engine, automatically the water in that cup will vibrate
Mm-hmm.
at the same frequency as the engine is vibrating that has caused it to. So relating it to our mind, like each time your mind has that power, just like an engine car. What the engine does, like forget about the work of the engine, but consider the work of your mind. So what you're constantly thinking about, you're generating frequencies and vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually they are going to affect the reality that's around you.
Mm-hmm.
Your surrounding. You're going to bring when you think positive, you're going to release to cause positive frequencies, positive vibes. The people that are positive are going to get, you're going to surround yourself with people that are positive. So the best way to apply this is surround yourself with people that are with positive energy, be it people, environment. Don't be in a toxic environment. This is why they tell us, don't be where you're not appreciated. Somebody looks at you and they're not, somebody's trying to not to people who don't motivate you.
Mm-hmm.
That environment is a toxic environment. That's why it's important to move and go somewhere else. Starting this is what we're always finding the challenge to improve our lives about, especially. Don't keep yourself in an environment that does not motivate you to become better, because you've already seen that you want to go this. You've been here, and the people that the environment you're surrounding yourself is keeping you here, and every time you want to go up here, and those forces that are pulling you down, you
Pulling you.
have the possibility to look for the positive vibrations, the positive vibes, surround yourself with a healthy environment, and move on. So that's only way you will
Amazing.
you will be able to elevate.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yes. And then this is where exactly this is what a person who does that is actually this is what growth mindset is about. So growth, be in an environment that's filled with mindset, with a growth mindset and growth energy and a positive energy. So that's the law of vibration. Think positively, do things that are positive, things that push you. Do not think about any the challenges that are making you to stay where you are. That's exactly the law of vibration has effect on me, and it has really, I've seen really great results in it. And
So it's
one
focusing.
thing,
Yeah.
yes, one more point I would wish to talk about is it's lonely at times. Whenever you want to move from the environment that's keeping you in a same, we grow around people that sees our mistakes. People see our flaws. People see our weaknesses. But as long as with time, when we are growing, we leave these mistakes behind. We outgrow these situations. But the people where we grew up from are always seeing the same mistakes that we used to do in the time when you're. So this is where many people are finding the challenge. This is why you have to step out of that environment. That's why it comes along with loneliness, a lot of loneliness when you're trying to move from that environment. I want to go to the fourth step, and this is the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect. I actually it's in my arrangement. It's in the fourth. It's in the fourth, but
For this law, I call it the laws of laws. This is the law of laws, cause and effect. For any cause,
great,
there's an effect.
great, and it is the third law.
Yes.
So it states that for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So the best way I relate this is when the Quran it's written in the Quran. This verse say that, and indeed whoever indeed whoever does righteous, whoever does righteous and believes in the reward for discipline. Consider your actions. If your actions are going to lead you to the positive, to success, to achieving the goals that you desire. So it's not gonna happen like where even Umar, one of the prominent companions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was always used to tell the people, other companions, that heaven is not going to rain gold. So if you want gold, you get to go to the mines and dig gold. You don't sit around and wait for gold to rain from heaven. Your actions, you must put their reason. Even a friend of mine, my mentor, actually narrated to me a story, made me to realize that about we have there's a person mentioned in the Quran who is called Dhul Qarnayn. This man was given special abilities. He's great, and mostly people say he was Alexander the Great. But God, when the Quran talks about him, that given all the abilities and the strength he had, when he was given that ability, he had to take action to get the results that he could. It wasn't a mere sitting. He had to put there a reason for achieving the greatness that he achieved. That's why I said he followed the path. He followed the path to achieving. So actions are key aspects in achieving the results that we desire. So I want to talk about the fifth step, and this is the law of transmutation. The law of transmutation, like getting things from our mind to reality. Transmutation, like it says that energy moves in and out of physical form. Like thing that you have in maybe you're not having it you're having it in your thought, but eventually with time it's going to be seen. You have the ability to turn your thoughts into tangible component.
Mm-hmm.
Just like many inventors, the person who invented the phone, like he always he could have a vision of people talking to each other
Yeah,
through
imagine.
yes, through wires and the technology and the what, but people could not maybe understand, get his full concept. But with time, what are we having today? We're having more than that. So transmutation, the law of transmutation, that energy moves energy moves in and out of physical form. And what I say, what I can what I relate this best to is even when the prophet, peace be upon him, say that actions are considered according to intentions. And this exactly means that it all begins in the mind, what you're thinking, what you intend. And I actually always we talk about the mind, not specifically the brain. So the mind, we shall go. Maybe we will have maybe another time to talk
Yes.
about the concept of the mind in the brain and the heart. What does the brain and the heart get to do with the conscious and the subconscious mind? So the mind is conscious and subconscious. So the intentions that we have, this is part of the mind, because the brain also has the heart. Yeah, it also participates in the working, the proper functioning of the mind. So what we start with, what we have in our minds
Mm-hmm.
influences a lot to what we get results for our actions.
Okay.
So we have what you think of. I'm going to conclude this. I'm going to summarize it with the famous quote, which says, "What your what your thoughts, what your thoughts sorry, I can relate it. Maybe I can just phrase it. So your thoughts influence your words, and your words influence your actions influence your habits, and your habits influence your behavior, and your behavior eventually lead to the results you have in your life."
Amazing.
Yes.
That's the transfer of that energy to manifest whatever idea you keep in your mind and you focus on it. And how
Exactly.
much energy you give it, it will
Yes,
become more physical faster.
exactly.
Amazing. And what would be the sixth law?
The sixth, the sixth law is the law of rhythm. The
Mm-hmm.
law of rhythm. Actually, the law of rhythm states that everything has a natural cycle, like the tides go in and back out. Night flows day, and life regenerates itself. So we all have good times and bad times. Once I want to relate to the first laws, like once you have identified, you have related where you are, you have decided, made a decision to level up a bit. You've worked on a positive thinking. You're surrounding yourself with positive energy. It doesn't eventually mean that once you do that, you're going to go through a flat line, or
Mm-hmm.
everything is going to start flowing with ease, just like everything is going to everything is going like you just planned. Things sometimes will always uh, go as you didn't plan them to. You
Mm-hmm.
will get disappointed at some point. You will fail, and this is all about, I think it's about failure. And this is why many people are afraid of failure. People are afraid of action because this moment of failing. So you fail, you sometime at some point in life you're gonna be down, you're gonna fall, you're gonna have doubts. uh Everything's gonna turn to be a bit seeming difficult. It's gonna be rainy. It's
Yeah.
like storm,
Failure.
it's like
Yeah.
thunder.
Failure
Exactly.
part of the success. As soon as we
Exactly.
keep trying, it's as Earl Nightingale said, that success is the progressive realization of the worthy ideal goal. Just keep doing it. Keep
Perfectly.
that goal and focus on it. This goal, that idea that you fell in love with it. Yeah, so what
Perfectly.
would be the last law that you applied and changed your life?
So it is, of course, the law of gestation, the
Mhm.
law of gestation. And it says that every everything takes time to manifest. And I can literally or briefly state this as good things take time. Most of today's illusions that especially young people like me are having is we want quick success. We want to achieve it. You started you someone always asked me this question, you planted a seed, you planted a bean seed today, and tomorrow you want to see a tree, you want to harvest tomorrow. That's never gonna happen. It's
Like a
never gonna happen.
bamboo, the bamboo
Ex-
tree.
and the longer it takes, the more effective the results. The longer it takes, the more effective the results you're gonna get. If you want, you see a firm, strong, tall tree in the forest. When you ask about it, has really taken long to grow that strong. It's never gonna be. It's never gonna be in weeks or months. You have to be. So this calls upon the best way to work to apply this is being resilient, being patient, and being disciplined, doing the same time over and over again until you see the results. But the results are not going to come out in a week. They're not going to come in a short time. So great things take time.
Yeah, I love that law, because
Right.
most of us, they want the success just on the spot. And they said, oh, I did that, but it didn't work. You didn't focus on your goal enough. You didn't give it that energy. You just being distracted with lots of things. Once you focus and give that energy to your goal, it must manifest. Just keep acting on it, focus on it, and it will not happen right away. It needs time.
And the challenges that you face along the way are taking you again to the same direction. One door closes, there's another opportunity that opens. You just have to. Now people focus on winning small battles and forget the whole concept of winning the war.
Mhm.
So
That's
when,
why
yeah,
we need to have a higher level of attention. Just be aware of the we are living in ocean of opportunities. Just be
exactly,
aware of the opportunities. Just move, and with persistence and consistency, you will move out of your comfort zone. Freedom will not happen in the comfort zone.
great, great.
Thank you, Fuzan, for those amazing insights, how you used the 7 laws and how you applied them and how it made a shift in your journey so far. So how could our audience contact you and you could help them to
Um,
learn more about the laws and other mentorship programs that you are doing?
I actually have a personal email, and I also have I'm the founder and the chairman of Independent Teen Coaching Initiative Limited. We provide coaching services.
Mhm.
Specifically, we're looking for teens because we believe that the most important time for a person, for any human being, is the time when they're transforming from being children to becoming adults. That's the most important. And that is the best time to educate them. And I have this vision. I popped by the question: are our teens getting the quality education they're getting? Because there seem to be quite a few or more challenges. Everybody, I'm speaking from Africa, where I'm from. Um, in most cases, we are all told schools are teaching us to follow a certain pattern. Everybody has to follow that pattern, and it's like when you go aside of it, when you try to be creative, to be innovative, you see people look at you as you having many chances of failing. So my company or my initiative, Independent Teen Coaching Initiative, is focused on providing supplementary education to teens, providing them with coaching services in the other aspects of life. We focus on aspects like we help this child to develop the sense of purpose, a vision, and work on anything that can help them, that can support them aside of school education. You
Amazing.
can
So yeah, how
you
could
can
we contact you if I want to send my kids and I want them to be creative and innovative? Just how could we contact you?
you can reach me out. I have a profile, a LinkedIn profile. The easiest way to get me, you just get your phone and type in that Google search, you type Fauzan Jamil Mawanda. They'll give
Mhm.
me my LinkedIn profile. I have an email, fauzanjamil963@gmail.com. And my number, my WhatsApp number, 25 plus 256 783 23925.
Thank you, Fauzan, for your today's episode. It was really amazing, and I hope our audience enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and see you soon.
Thank you so much for hosting me too.
Salam.